Good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And this is your Commander-in-Chief speaking. And yep, we're talking about the economic freedom fighters, the EFF, everything for free. And why are we talking about the EFF? Well, while this channel has been concentrating on looting by the low-hanging fruit in recent days, the real action is happening at the top. You know, these well-connected politicians and bureaucrats and people who have access to the right people where they can go and loot money. And we're talking about one Floyd Shivambu and his brother Brian Shivambu. Now, Floyd Shivambu, of course, is the deputy president of the EFF under one Julius Chameleon Malema. Early this year, Brian Shivambu, brother of EFF Deputy President Floyd Shivambu, begged the liquidator of VBS Mutual Bank to give him incredible leeway in repaying his 4.4 million rand indebtedness to the bank. Through his company Skameka Projects, he owed 1,580,154 rand on a mortgage from 2016 and 2,785,781 rand on a 2017 loan facility from the doomed bank. This is the same bank that loaned one Jacob Zuma over 7 million rand when clearly he had no way of paying it back. You know, this is what's called connections and corruption. Okay, getting back to Brian Shivambu. This was in January when liquidator Anush Ruplal came knocking for repayment. These loans are separate from another 16 million rand that flowed through other VBS accounts belonging to Skameka. The mortgage was used to buy a house for the Shivambu brothers' parents, while the loan was ostensibly to fund a wine bar. Through his lawyers, Shivambu asked Ruplal if he could repay the loan debt at 5,000 rand per month, significantly less than the interest accruing on the balances of the terms of the mortgage, which called for repayments of 190,637 rand per month. Shivambu's lawyers wrote on February 27th in a letter contained in liquidation court papers, "Our client can only afford this amount of 5,000 rand in the interim." Even then, someone had Brian's back. That same month, as a plea to reduce the repayments in the loan account to practically nothing was made, someone identified in court documents as Musa Shivambu paid 180,000 rand into the mortgage account, which, according to Brian Shivambu's lawyers, brought him up to date with his repayments. Although Brian's lawyers gave Musa's surname as Shivambu, his surname is Shivambu, according to company records. Amabongani had previously reported on his being an apparent cousin of the Shivambus. When contacted by Amabongani, Shivambu said he could not say what his relationship to Brian was, as he, Shivambu, was travelling outside the country. I don't know how those two compare, but anyway. He did not confirm that it was he who had helped Brian out. Meanwhile, Ruplal was having none of the 5,000 rand per month repayment terms requested by Shivambu on the loan account. He proceeded with the liquidation applications against Skameka. On August the 5th, the Johannesburg High Court dealt Shivambu a further blow. It ruled he would be personally liable for the loan debt. This is when Shivambu's fortunes radically improved all of a sudden. On the same day as the court orders, his lawyers paid 1 million rand into the loan account. How can they lie with such a straight face? Amabongani asked Shivambu and his attorney where this money suddenly came from, but neither responded. Fast forward to September the 9th, last week. The liquidation application was set down for later in the week when suddenly unknown parties again came to Shivambu's rescue. the full balance of the mortgage, R1,657,589 at that point, was paid off overnight. Just like that. Bing! And he couldn't pay 5,000 Rand a month before this. On September the 11th, the night before the hearing was to proceed, unknown parties paid another 340,000 Rand into the loan account, leaving a debt of just 1.3 million Rand. This is what remains of the debt Shivambu is personally liable for. In court on Friday, Shivambo's advocate, Shadiso Ramagali, claimed that all these payments clearly showed Sgameka was solvent and could not be liquidated. He said he would be shocked by a suggestion that the funds came from some other source. The court papers provided no clarity on this point. They show the payments coming via an attorney's trust account, suggesting the possibility a third party may indeed have stepped in. Up to the sudden windfalls, Shivambu's argument have shifted radically. When he was begging for the 5,000 Rand per month repayment deal, his lawyers incongruously claimed that he only fell behind on repayments because they did not know which account to utilize for such payments, after VBS went into curatorship and then got liquidated. They wrote to Ruplal's lawyers saying, "It is our firm's instructions that our client was at all material times prepared to pay both the debts." Should call the whole of the EFF chameleon, I think. Shivambu's other argument was that he is not really even obligated to repay the loan, as opposed to the mortgage, because it was extended with the understanding that he would fund a business venture and repay his debt out of profits. This was apparently a verbal agreement with someone at the VBS who has not been identified in court proceedings. The proposal of payment of 5,000 Rand per month is made in consideration of the fact that the objective of the loan is yet to be accomplished, wrote his lawyers. Judgment in the liquidation matter was reserved. Now, you got to take your hat off to these guys in the EFF. You know, they're rorting the country, they're closing down banks by stealing from them. They're rorting from municipalities, making them bankrupt. Talking about Julius Malema up in Limpopo. And of course, the money that municipalities have put into the VBS bank that these guys have now looted. It's quite extraordinary. And these guys want to be government. They're no better than the ANC, who are as corrupt as they come. But I think that when you look at how radical the EFF are, it's going to be a really painful ride if they ever do get in as government. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video, and above all, stay safe. Bye for now.